Hey, Sleepy Joe.
I literally joined 2 seconds ago and you're already going at me? What the...
Yo, chill the fuck out, Joe. I'm only yanking your chain. Anyways, today we're going to be ranking the Wii Sports games.
Okay, fine, but where's Barack?
My God, can you not cry about your husbando for 2 fucking seconds? I know the type of shit you get up to when I'm not around. I've seen it on DeviantArt.
You've seen it on...
Shut the fuck up, Joe. Anyways, I've got the Wii Sports announcer, Josh Millman, to replace him. Hey, Josh, I brought your ass in here because Obama is busy banging Michelle or something, and we're going to be ranking the Wii Sports games.
Thanks so much for the warm welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, anyways, let's just get on with this because I know Joe is about to hit me with some of the most L takes I've ever heard, and I don't have time to listen to his BS.
I haven't even said anything, Donald.
The OG Wii Sports makes me want to pull out my hair sometimes, but I have to admit this was a good introduction for the series. Baseball was the only flop of a sport. All of the other sports were decent to great.
What's wrong with baseball? Baseball is one of America's defining sports, and the swinging motion of the bat feels super realistic and satisfying.
Elisa should be jailed for her crimes. She constantly throws the ball super unpredictably, always dropping the ball like the clumsy bitch she is, and never wants to give me a ground out.
Donald, Elisa is the first opponent in the game, and she's piss easy to beat. I would understand if you were talking about Sakura, but...
If you avoid swinging at bad pitches, you'll get more bitches. Plus, you won't suffer as many consequences. The player should be able to make these decisions early on, so they are more prepared for harder opponents.
Don't go all Dr. Seuss on me, big guy. I'm talking about the speed run, you two clueless fucks. Maybe you should watch the summoning salt video on it. Elisa kills 99% of my runs and has made my late game absolute trash.
Donald, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't speedrun Wii Sports. Wii Sports is about having quick fun with friends and family.
It introduced many casual players to video games, some of which would go on to try out more typical game experiences.
I'll have some quick fun with your wife, Joe, if you don't shut the hell up. I'm trying to get the first sub-7 in all sports before Emoed Nomad. I got to get my hands on a 1.0 copy in order to get a new PB. I'm telling you, China will not respect me if I keep failing runs out of pitching.
Donald, what the fuck are you even saying right now? What even is your PB?
1642, but I swear I will get it this week, believe me.
Can we please stop talking about speedrunning for now and get back on topic? Is there anything else you would like to say about Wii Sports before we rank it?
Okay, fine. Golf and OG Wii Sports is the absolute peak of the Wii Sports Series golf games.
It's what?
Yeah, it's what? OG Wii Sports had the least golf clubs, the least holes of any Wii Sports game, and no manual hooking or slicing.
You gotta hear my awesome voice, though.
As peak as your voice is, we did not ask. Anyways, OG Wii Sports has disconnect strats, which makes the gameplay much faster, allows you to stand on water, and lets you explore some of the courses.
I knew you were going to pick up on more of that speedrunning bullcrap. We shouldn't be counting glitches.
Joe is right, but for the sake of time, let's just end it there and put it in a tier. For the solid foundation of the series, fun training games and ease of play, I'm going to suggest A or B tier.
That sounds fine.
I would maybe put it in S for golf alone, but Elisa keeps me up at night, so I'll also stick with A.
Now for the absolute peak of the series, Wii Sports Resort, there should be no contest, an easy S tier.
Based. There is no bad sport in this masterpiece, full of variety and packed with content. The Woohoo Island setting is unforgettable. I wish I could go and live there to wait for Joe's shitty presidency to end. Joe, did you fall asleep again, or are you about to tell me that Resort is mid and completely overrated?
Resort is an absolute masterpiece. Is what I would say if over half the sports weren't mid and overrated.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Joe.
I don't think I can remember all of the sports in the game.
I
They
think
were
you
that
just
forgettable.
forgot to take your dementia pills, Joe. I was literally streaming it yesterday in VC. And how can you say that Resort is mid? More sports, the introduction of stamps, superstar class. I think you just have a huge skill issue.
Donald, you didn't even pay attention to what I said. I said that half of the sports were mid. A lot of the game is fantastic, such as table tennis, cycling, swordplay.
Yeah, I bet you love swordplay.
Stop interrupting me for 2 fucking seconds, Donald. As I was saying, many sports like wakeboarding, canoeing, and skydiving were easily forgettable. Plus the fact that some stamps are beyond tedious or require perfection.
Skill issue. I loved flying around an island flyover, taking in all of the sights. It really felt like home. Many sports had elaborate side modes, such as being able to play golf with a frisbee or play 100-pin bowling. It's just as easy to play as OG Wii Sports, just with more content, replayability, and the introduction of Wii Motion Plus allowed more freedom of movement during gameplay. I don't see how it can go any lower than S tier.
I guess I'm outnumbered. But I can say that the location is very memorable, and table tennis is my favorite sport in the entire Wii Sports series. So I'll agree to disagree on S tier.
Thank fuck, Joe. You see how much easier this is when you agree with Donald Trump? My takes are the best takes this country has ever seen.
Please don't refer to yourself in the third person.
Before you two start fighting like children again, I'll just segue to the next game. Wii. Oh, fuck off.
Oh, right. Wii Sports Club. I forgot that MID existed. But now that I think about it, it wasn't complete dog shit. That stupid licensing scheme was, though. I get that it's meant to be like a country club membership, but this just doesn't work for a video game. The game only released with 2 fucking sports, bowling and tennis, and that's just unacceptable.
I quite like the charm the country club feel has. With the introduction of internet connectivity, you were able to closely connect to people through your club's Miiverse page when it was running. Plus, it got a full physical release later down the line with all sports included. You also can't complain about the 24-hour free trial.
They were literally just the same 5 sports from the first game. We can play that on the Wii U already through the built-in Wii mode. Also, don't try to bring Miiverse into this. You know, that platform is baby's first social media addiction with super strict moderating and small comment limit. How am I meant to tell someone that their parents don't love them and to touch grass after reaching level 10 star in all sports?
The Miiverse moderator team were fake news anyway. Whilst tennis, bowling, and golf were either side-graded or improved, I can't excuse the fact that baseball and boxing were some of the lamest excuses of sports in the entire series. How could they fuck up baseball more than they did? It's literally impossible to play against another human player.
Skill issue. 1v1 me in baseball and I'll force a mercy rule on you.
After this shit show is over, I'll kick your ass. And that reminds me, it's only possible for us to play because we both live in the glorious country of the United States of America. Nintendo were smoking crack to make online friend rooms region locked. I tried to play with Boris Johnson from Tea and Crumpet Island during his lockdown party, but we'd have to have bought an imported Wii U in order to play. No other Wii U game did this.
As much as I think Wii Sports Club is underrated as fuck, I can't disagree that is some of the most confusing BS I've ever seen in a video game. I do like how the game has experience levels, stamps, and training medals all in one. It's very satisfying as a game completionist. Plus, the training games were completely unique compared to the first game, and were improvements as well.
Of course, Joe is a completionist. He's so fucking slow, he could never learn to be as great of a speedrunner as Donald Trump.
Will you shut up, man? At least I actually take in all of the details the game has to offer instead of rushing through and missing everything.
You end up falling asleep whilst you're playing Sleepy Joe? If I were you, I wouldn't talk about that shit.
Guys, I can barely take your bickering anymore. Can we just agree on a tier to put this in?
Although I agree the training games were a definite improvement, the game is forgettable. C tier.
As much as I love this game for the enhanced controls and ambience, I couldn't put it any higher than B tier.
They got rid of my awesome sexy voice and replaced it with the most unenthusiastic corporate sellout. That alone should put it in D tier. But in light of not starting any more riots with you two, I'll settle in the middle with C tier.
Finally, only one game left, Nintendo Switch Sports.
Hold on! We're counting this shit! How is it a Wii Sports Series game? It's its own separate series that it started on its own.
Bro, did you not listen to the first fucking sentence of the announcement trailer? A new entry in the Wii Sports Series. It literally could not be any fucking clearer than that. Your hearing must be just as bad as old Joe over there.
Where are all the elements that make it a Wii Sports Series game? Why are the Miis not the main characters? And why were they replaced with generic corporate fakers?
It was clear Nintendo wanted to take the series in a new direction rather than completely rehash old ideas. It also allowed the clothing and other accessories to be more realistic rather than the flat accessories Mies were using.
I gotta be honest, I don't give 2 shits about how the clothes look after they release the luxury collection. Finally, I could flex on people in survival bowling better than any other president could ever. And I don't believe I'm saying this, but thank fuck the online allows me to play with anyone I want. I still can't forgive that bullshit in club. How would anyone know that I am the greatest Wii Sports player in the world if I can't beat them?
Face it, Donald. I bet you didn't get to S rank in any sport without using the cloud save exploit.
I will use whatever fucking resources I want, Joe. Don't criticize me for how I play the game when there's nothing to do with an NSO paywall blocking off 90% of the gameplay.
Quite ironic for you to be hating walls, Donald.
Shut the fuck up, Josh. God, I sometimes wish Barack would be here to talk some sense into you. The bowling physics in this game are more rigged than the 2020 elections. I leave one pin in one frame for no reason, get eliminated, and lose 3 ranks.
Skill issue. Maybe if you learned some proper setups and weren't relying on other people fucking up, you'd be at infinity rank by now.
Infinity rank is a fucking scam to screw over anyone that wants to get good at this game by making their rank gain completely dependent on the opponent's rank. You don't get shit for winning.
Josh, I thought you didn't play this game. How on earth do you know about infinity rank?
I saw many players complain about it in the Discord server.
You base your opinions on others? No wonder some of your takes have been complete dog shit related to this game. I bet you're one of those guys who threw a fit when you couldn't throw the ball backwards in bowling. A generic Twitter user or content creator that milked the game's nostalgia to its young audience for a week after the game came out and then never touched it again because the enjoyment of the game came from having a competent attention span to keep improving yourself.
Donald, I honestly cannot tell whether you like this game or not. And yes, if Nintendo were going to bring back a 9-year-old dead series to farm nostalgia, why not run all the way with it and give us what we want? Why not give us Woohoo Island DLC?
Like I said, the game wanted to take a new direction. While I do wish the offline portion of the game had 1 or 2 extra side modes, it does enough to satisfy the main purpose of any Wii Sports game, a quick pick-up and play session when you don't have time to sit down and play through a 500-hour RPG, but want to enjoy some time together with friends. A lot of content creators treated the game as the former, without considering its actual intended target audience. Also, tennis in this game has to be another one of my favorites alongside table tennis from Resort. It combines gameplay from OG and Club to create an expressive, skill-based experience.
True, but some of the other games control like absolute dog shit. The badminton characters get injected with your elderly-ass joint pain, constantly falling over at the tiniest stretch. It's a redundant new addition, considering how goated tennis is in this game. Volleyball and Chambara the same. Honestly, those 3 are so ass, the game really only has 4 sports.
I get your point, but you really didn't have to do me like that, Donald.
Also, volleyball and soccer rely so heavily on your teammates, it's so easy for them to grief you and make you lose rank beyond your control. Completely broken.
I swear the community doesn't even like the game itself either. They're always hyped when a large collection multiplier is active. Like, hooray! You get to play less of the game you overpaid for.
Josh, I get that you're salty that you never got your rollback, but please, appreciate the game for what it is.
Absolutely not! We shouldn't even be talking about this game anyway. That's it, I'm out. Fuck you two.
Oh, thank God, Barack, you're here. We were dealing with the most crybaby bitch, whining because his precious new Wii sports game didn't play exactly like how he remembered it.
Hey Don, hey Joe, you guys ranking the Wii sports games? Man, I love Nintendo Switch Sports, especially soccer. I love the diving header move, it's so powerful.
Please, for the love of God, Barack, don't tell me all you do all matches spam dive header and then wonder why you ran out of stamina.
Stamina?
Anyways, let's just get to ranking this thing. I don't have long to play club with you, Donald.
Okay, fine. The game has great highs and some of the biggest L's I've seen in a long time. And for that, I'd say it was C tier.
Definitely S tier, one of my favorite games of all time.
That cannot be true, Barack, but I'd say B tier, a solid middle ground.
For a mid-game.
Shut up. Get on club baseball now.
I bet.
But guys, I just showed up. I want to talk to you guys.
Fine, I'll share my screen whilst I play so you can watch me kick Joe's ass back into the retirement home.
Whilst they're distracted, I'll quickly slip it into S tier.
I heard you, you fuck.
Stupid fucking Wii Sports Club and Nintendo Switch Sports not bringing me back. Dumb pieces of crap. I'll never forgive them for this.